Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Susan's Life with ALS. I'm Susan and I have ALS. Today I'd like to talk about the past year and the changes that have happened regarding the ALS and how much it's progressed. I'm hoping this video will be helpful for other people with ALS or just anybody that just generally wants to know how this disease progresses. I was diagnosed a year ago, so September of 2018, I went to a neurologist. It was just at my my doctor's office that I usually go to, and she ran a few tests, and then a few days later I went back for results, thinking nothing. I thought I had a back problem or MS, and so I went into this appointment thinking that. She told me very bluntly that I have ALS and that I have 3 to 5 years to live. Now, at that point, I just had an out-of-body experience. I mean, that was so left field. I had no idea that that kind of diagnosis would be there. She grabbed both my hands and told me to get a second opinion, that she hoped she was wrong, the neurologist. At that appointment I was alone and I was scared out of my wits. Wasn't even sure I would be able to drive home. I did. At that point of September of 2018, I had foot drop in my left foot and then atrophy in the calf, just on the left up to the below the knee. And it had been like that for a couple of years by September of 2018 when I got diagnosed. Then my second opinion, I went in November of 2018. Let's see, this was at an ALS clinic, and at that point now this was just 2 months later, I still had all the same, the foot drop and the atrophy in the calf. And at that appointment, this was an ALS doctor, and she confirmed the diagnosis. All right, so then in April to May, very subtly, of 2019, the ALS started progressing over my left knee. And I would say within a month, it did progress over the knee and stayed that way probably until, I'm gonna say, July of 19, and then it started creeping up my thigh. Right now it's probably 5 or 6 inches up my thigh, and it looks really weird. So it's atrophied 5 or 6 inches up, and then the rest of my left leg of my thigh looks normal. It's freaky to look at. Then in late June of 2019, I was told by my neurologist that the ALS had moved to my right foot. I really hadn't been feeling symptoms of that. I've always been kind of clumsy, yeah, and so I didn't really notice it in my right foot, but they told me it was. All right, so then I would say about September of 19, I completely have no balance. I can still walk, I can still drive, I'm not dizzy, but I don't have that, I forget even what it's called, that feeling. No, I can feel everything, but I can't move to correct balance. It's hard to describe. And that's my right foot is now involved in that way, and so now my balance has been taken away from me. I use a walker around the house, out in the community. It's funny, I have 4 walkers, and each of them does a different function for me. And I probably will do a video on the function and why I need the 4 walkers and how they work for me. Lately I've been noticing, and this is what, October of 19, that my left knee has been buckling, locking, and I'm getting bone pain in my left knee down to my foot, and that's the only way I can describe it. It's just this kind of achiness, and if I stayed in one place for a long time, an hour, or like right now, I can feel the achy kind of bone pain because I've been sitting here for a while. I am a scary fall risk, and I'm very careful. So far, in the past 3 months, I have fallen probably 4 or 5 times, 3 of which produced injuries that were very painful. One was I fell backwards, just tipped backwards, caught myself on the kitty litter box, and it's the kind with the lid on it with the little hole for the kitties to get into, and so one hand hit the lid and the other one went in the kitty litter box. It was gross, but I sprained my right wrist really bad to the point of, it might have been broken, who knows, but now it's a bit misshapen. I fell again, probably about 4 weeks later, and twisted somehow, and my latissimus dorsi muscle, the one that goes around from the front of your rib cage, one half of your rib cage, right around to hooks onto your back on the right side. Oh man, that was really painful. And so that lasted a few weeks. And then a couple of weeks ago, I tripped against one of my walkers that I have that switches to a transport chair, and we hadn't switched the parts and pieces back because I had to hurry up and get in the house and go to the bathroom. And I tripped and I fell against the bar, the kind of backrest bar, because it was in the front, and broke my rib. And I'm still hurts, but I'm recovering from that. So that's the update. I took a few weeks off, just to kind of regroup and in summer get into fall. I did change ALS doctors, rigmarole there. Oh, we went to Las Vegas again. We have so much fun there. Anyway, so that's the update. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.